Okay, for part 3 of the video, we are going to look into the entries into the respective journals. So what I've done to make it easier, as I always say, recording into the ledger is actually from your journal. So I would always encourage you all to be putting in your journal entries so that you will be good at your double entry one. The second thing, if there's any mistakes, is easily detectable. Okay, so let's start. Now, the first part is recording the disposal entries. Then you'll have the recording of new asset as well as the recording of the depreciation entry. Now before I go further, if you ask me where I got all these figures, kindly please refer to your part 1 and part 2. For depreciation, obviously it's part 2 of the video which will help you to give all the figures. Now for the depreciation, something that I would like to state, based on the marking scheme, they have actually given mark for each one of this. Okay, therefore it is advisable to show it separately. You don't have to write anything, it's just that you have to write in the accumulated depreciation, you just write income statement, but then the figure will be written separately, which is 2250 for the disposed account. Why? Again, if you look at the part 2 of the video, I've done the calculation for the disposed account, the depreciation for the disposed asset. In that, if you see, in 2020 they have actually used this fixtures for 6 months, which means that this has to be reflected in the income statement. Okay, and the remaining we know where we got, and the new also we know where we got. Therefore the total depreciation in the income statement will be 30375. Again, this has to be shown separately because it gives mark for each one of them. Okay, let's go into the entry straight away. So any further information that you need, please refer to part 1 and part 2 of the video for November 2021, variant 21. Right, first entry, disposal entry. Now debit disposal credit fixtures by 20,000. Okay, so let's go. And this is 2020. Remember, this is June. Okay, you dispose it off on June. So this will be your fixtures and the amount is 20K. Okay, so you're done with this. Now the next entry will be in your disposal account. Okay, in your fixtures account. So your fixtures account, you'll write it on the credit side as 2020 June 30. This will be my disposal and the figure will be 20K. So now we are done with the first entries, first step. Step 2, debit accumulated depreciation and credit disposal. So under the accumulated depreciation, again, the date, make sure you write it correctly, it's June 30th, and this will be disposal, and the amount will be 11250. Now the next, you have to credit the disposal. So again the same, the date will be 2020 June 30. After this you do not need to write the date any longer because everything is on the same date. This will be accumulated depreciation. Please write in full. This will be 11254, which means that we are done with the second step. Okay, step 2 finish. Now let's go to step 3. As usual, I told you anything to do with bank we are not going to open because the question did not ask for bank account. But on the credit side of the disposal, you have to write bank. Okay, so bank will be here and the amount is 6,000. Now, as I've already told you, all we need to know is if in the disposal account, once you're done with the entry, if the debit side is greater than the credit side, this is obviously a loss. And if the debit side is smaller than the credit side, this is obviously a gain. So in this question, if you look, you know the credit side is smaller and the debit side is bigger. So this will be 20,000. This side will also be 20,000. And the amount will be 2750, and this goes to your income statement, and this is your loss on disposal. Okay, so we have completed with step 1, step 2 and step 3. So we are done with the disposal account, and we have also found out the loss and the loss or the gain. Okay, in this case it's a loss. Now let's go to these two more entries that we have here. So for fixtures, if you see, we bought a new asset on the 1st of January, so there is no necessity for you to write the date because it's on the same date that you purchased. Therefore, you just write here bank, and the bank will be 30,000. So if you look, there's no more entry to be recorded under the fixtures, so it's time to close your account. You'll get 145000. This side also it will be 145000. So the balancing figure, do not forget the date, December 31st. Balance CD is 125000. Now don't forget, you bring down the balance 2021 January 1st, you'll have your balance BD as 125000. Now we are done with this entry as well. As usual, bank we are not opening, so don't have to bother. Last but not least is the depreciation entry. Okay, this one we have to be a bit careful because we are showing it separately. So all you need to do is just write there December 31st, and you just write here income statement. Okay, before that the balance of the brought down for the accumulated depreciation will be 77625. Okay, so 77625 will be the balance BD, 77625. Okay, now back to the income statement. So you'll have 2250, you'll have 21375, lastly 6750. Therefore the total will be 30375. Now one look at it, you know the credit side is bigger than the debit side, so you just have to equalize both sides. So the credit side will be 0375. It will be 108000. Okay, this is also 108000 minus 11250. You'll get 96750. So therefore, this is the balance carried down on December 31st. And here you'll have 2021 January 1st balance BD 96750. So this is how you actually do. Remember, the reason why I've showed it separately is because marks are allocated for each one of them. So if you write 30375, the marking scheme obviously gives it like this. So it's better for us to keep it's better for us to show it separately. So even if you want to do other questions showing it separately, I think it should not be an issue here. But for this 100%, you have to show it separately because this itself gives you 3 marks. So I hope you're clear, and that's it. We are done with the November 2021, the disposal question. Thank you.